Grace with Girls, and today I wanted to talk to you about Poetry Tea Time. So Poetry Tea Time is a great way to introduce your kids to poetry and the beautiful language that it has, and just have fun as a family together. In our house, my girls love Poetry Tea Time. All you need is some poetry to read, some sort of snack. We usually do some sort of baked good, whether it's something homemade or something store-bought, and then something to sip on in your fancy teacups. My girls love pink lemonade in the summer, and they love hot chocolate in the winter time. Then you just sit down together as a family and enjoy reading and listening to poetry just for the fun of it. I wanted to share with you guys some of our top favorite poetry books right now so that you can get an idea of some poems that we like to read during our Poetry Tea Time. One of the poetry books we love is Poetry for Kids, Emily Dickinson. So this is a collection of poems by Emily Dickinson, and all the poems are illustrated. And one of the things I love about this poetry book is that it separates the poems based on seasons. So if you like to do Poetry Tea Time seasonally, this is a great resource, and it has a lot of great poems for every season. Another great poetry book is Poems to Learn by Heart by Caroline Kennedy. This is a great illustrated poetry book that has tons of poetry by a lot of different poets that will expose your kids to different styles and types of poetry, and we really enjoyed this book also. I like to expose my kids to all different types of poetry, and they are absolutely loving the poems by Shel Silverstein. This book, Where the Sidewalk Ends, has tons of really funny and silly poems, and it always has us laughing and having a great time reading poetry, and these are super fun for any kids. I love to include poetry that's for my youngest child also. She just turned 5 and will be starting kindergarten in the fall, and some of the poetry books we have for her age are Little Poems for Tiny Ears, which are just poetry about toddlers and babies, and they're really cute and sweet and short. And then the other one is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Poems by Mr. Rogers. And these are really cute and a great illustrated book. And a lot of these are poems or little songs that you would hear in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. And so we really like this poetry book also. Now I'm going to give you a look at what our Poetry Tea Time looks like. I have all girls, so they love for our Poetry Tea Times to be fancy with a tablecloth and nice fancy tea sets, and they love to just decorate the table with all the food and drinks and just make it so fun and fancy. So I'll just give you a quick look into what our Poetry Tea Times look like. So my girls love to help decorate the table for Poetry Tea Time and make it look pretty and fancy. And then we'll have our poetry books, and sometimes the girls will even write poems to share at Poetry Tea Time.
Frozen and juicy, green and purple, always plump, I love to eat them.
That was good, I like it.
That was funny too.
Golly, you're neat. Yes, I give a hoot for you. You simply can't be beat. You're nice as pie, and really I don't know when, why, or what. I hope you enjoyed seeing how our family does Poetry Tea Time. And if you love watching videos like these, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.